Welcome to another lesson of Art with Woo. Today's lesson you will be learning how to draw a 2-point perspective street with buildings. Let's get started. First you will need 2 vanishing points. Notice how we didn't draw a horizon line. It's not needed for this particular drawing. Next, we will create our sidewalk. So we're drawing somewhat of converging lines. So you'll draw them in the direction of forming a triangle. They will meet at the end, and this starts the beginning of your sidewalk. You can make it as thick, as long, as short, or as skinny as you would like for it to be. So you will follow the same pattern of what you did with the first set of converging lines. Now that starts your sidewalk. I know it looks a little funny, but just wait until we add the buildings. So now we will start with adding the buildings. You will use a vertical line that will meet with your sidewalk. It can be as tall or as short as you would like for it to be. It depends on the height of the building that you want. Next, we will do our converging line, which will create the top of our building. Now, once again, you can make that line as long or as short as you'd like for it to be, depending on how big you want your building to look. We've done the left side, so now we'll do the right side. It doesn't have to touch the vanishing point. The vanishing point is only used for direction for this particular drawing. Now let's use a set of vertical lines to close the sides of our building. Your vertical line will begin where the side ended at the top, and then it will come down and touch the sidewalk. There's the first one. Now we need to do the other side. Look at that. There's your first building. Good job. Let's do another one. For the next building, let's place it behind the first building. So you will start it the same way with a vertical line, as tall or as short as you want it to go. And now your converging lines to create the top of your building. They can go as long or as short as you'd like for them to go. Depends on the length of the building. Now let's close down the sides. Connect the converging line to the sidewalk with one vertical line and bring it all the way down for your first side. Now the other side is behind the building. Now this building lands behind the first building, so you don't have to create a vertical line to touch the sidewalk. It just needs to end where the first building is. Good job. Let's go ahead and pick it up and create the next building. Once again, a vertical line, converging lines, close the side. Let's do another. Vertical line, converging line, close the side. Good job. Keep it up. Vertical line, converging line, close the sides. Vertical line, converging line, close the side. Let's create some windows and doors. So to create a window, you will draw a vertical line. I'm going to measure the sides to make sure that it's the same length from the building coming in, so that my window looks even. There's my second vertical line. Now you have to use the vanishing point on the left-hand side if you're drawing on the left side of the building. So you're going to line up the end of the top part of the vertical line and angle your ruler down towards your vanishing point on the left. You will do that for the top and for the bottom of your window. Now, how long or short or tall or short your window or door will be is dependent upon your vertical line that you draw at the beginning. So now I'm going to close the bottom of the window. So line up the vertical line one more time with the vanishing point on the left, because we're drawing on the left side of the building. Make sure all the corners touch and connect. It gets a little tricky when you're first starting. You will get it eventually with repetition. Let's go for a door. This time, I'm going to use my vanishing point to create the top of my door. Because I want to be able to control the height versus the width first. So I'm making my marks with my ruler, using the measurements so that the door is even on both sides. Now I can create my vertical lines. So I'm doing a double door. So I will need 3 vertical lines. 2 for the outside edge and 1 for the middle to separate the door. You can also do just 1 single door. You don't have to do a double door. Now, before I do the middle part, I want to go ahead and close out the height of my door. Now, because the door is located on the right-hand side, I am using the right vanishing point to help me with that angle and direction. I'm going to do a double edge where you can see underneath the door's opening. To do that, you would just line up your vanishing point with your door, drop down just a little bit so that you can get the edge of the door, and bring your line straight across. Now you have a ledge of a door. I'm going to do the other side as well. So I'm going to line up my ruler vertically with the door, about the same width as I did the top. And there you have it. My last step . Okay, here we go. Let's split the door in half so that we create a double door. Just create a vertical line going from the top to the bottom of the door. And there you have it, your double door. Good job. Ready for another window? Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be a window. You could always make it as a billboard. So we'll create a vertical line. Because we're on the left side of the building, you will use your left vanishing point so that you can control your angle to do the top. Now, use your vanishing point on the left to do the bottom. And then all you need is a solid vertical line to close it. Remember, everything on the left side of the building depends on the left vanishing point. Everything on the right side of the building depends on the right vanishing point. How did yours turn out? Next, I want to create a billboard. You know, the sign that sticks out on the side of a building? You will use your right vanishing point to help you to draw the top and the bottom of that sign. Remember, everything on the right is controlled by the right vanishing point. Once you determine your top and your bottom, you will then close the sides of your billboard. It's just like doing a window or a door, except it's a little bit longer. Okay, how did yours turn out? Now I want to add more windows. So again, it's just repetition. The more practice, the better you will get. Remember, everything on the left-hand side relies on the left vanishing point. I'm going to do a double window now. So I've used my left vanishing point to determine my height of my building with the top and the bottom. And now I'm adding in my vertical lines to close my windows. Now you try. How did yours turn out? I'm really enjoying drawing windows. Let's add some more. So here we go again. Line up your vanishing point and start creating the top of your window and then the bottom of your window. Once you do that, it's as simple as using a vertical line on both sides to close the windows. Well, look at that. You have 2 windows. Let's keep going. I just feel like adding more stuff. I told you, practice makes perfect. So right now, I'm creating another set of windows. I used my vanishing point on the left to determine the top and the bottom height. And now I'm using the 2 vertical lines to close both sides of my window. There you go. How did yours turn out? Let's add some windows to the right-hand side. It looks a little lonely over there. Line up your vanishing point so that you can create the top of your window. I'm doing 2 windows. So there are the tops. And now I'm going to line up my ruler with my vanishing point again to do the bottom. Now remember, you can make your windows as tall or as short, as wide or as skinny as you want for them to be. Remember, everything on the right-hand side relies on that right vanishing point. Everything on the left-hand side relies on the left vanishing point. Let's close down these windows. 2 vertical lines for each window. Take your time. Again, practice makes perfect. And remember, you can always erase if you're not happy with what you've drawn. You already know I'm ready for more windows. So I'm lining up my ruler with the vanishing point on the right. I'm creating the top of my window. And now I'm going to create the bottom of my window. Let's go ahead and close down the sides to our windows. Remember, 2 vertical lines per window. Okay, I finished the first window. Now on to the second window. There you go. 2 more windows. How you looking so far? Okay, so next I want to create a door, but I want my doorway to have a little bit of an arch. So I'm going to draw an arch first, and then I'm going to draw my vertical lines. I basically free-handed the top of this door, but I know that it aligns with my left vanishing point. That could be a garage or it could be a door. It's up to you. Now I'm going to create a little tiny window on the left. So remember, you have to use your left vanishing point for everything on the left. Okay, let's close the sides of our window by adding 2 vertical lines. And there's my little tiny window. Let's create another one. Okay, you all get the idea. Okay, so as you can see, I began adding other elements such as curtains and signs. And now I'm working to make my buildings look more realistic. You should be doing the same thing. It's as simple as drawing details and shading in. While I'm doing mine, you should be working on yours. Let's see what we get at the end. Get creative. You can add a light post, steps. You could even add a trash can. You could put a ladder outside one of the windows as like a fire escape. The more realistic, the better. Ooh, honey, I'm feeling good about this one. So now I'm in the background, adding in elements of nature, such as clouds, some mountains. I really want to set the scene. Again, remember, you can do whatever you want to. It's your drawing. Okay, take a minute and finish up. Tighten up all of your areas. Make sure everything looks good. You're almost there. Okay, so what do you think? I think I'm going to add a few more things and then I'm done. Here you go. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Please subscribe, Blue Soul Artist. Until next time, peace.